Okay, so Madhu, what will happen first? They will install Saver on your PC. Okay, you will get a new ID. So once they install it, you will get a red icon like this, something like this. To sign in, what you have to do, okay, I'm using, I have multiple, but you'll be having one, so less confusing. So just double click the icon. Okay, you'll get a pop-up box like this. You have to enter your ID, your PCC, and then your password. Okay, so I'll update mine. Okay, once you sign in, you can ignore this box. It will come. It usually asks. It's your security management password. So if you want to update anything, it's fine. Otherwise, you can just yeah. So usually what it does, it takes you to this blue screen. But if you notice here again, it's asking you to sign in. So here you will put SI star. Once you come to the blue screen, yeah. And then your ID. And then it will ask you to update your password. Current passcode means you can update your current password over this bracket. Yes, of course, yeah. Enter, then it is asking me. Okay, I can do two things over here. Either I can enter my password, press enter, and straight away sign in. I can do that as well. And you can change your password here as well. Okay, so the process is like I'll just update my old password, press tab, come to new password, and then you put your new password. But if you just want to sign in, you just update your current password and press enter. So you'll get some message like this. It means that you are signed in. Okay, now if you see this screen, looks quite different than Amadeus, right? Okay, so we'll start from the top. Okay, first option is file, so which is just having print and other information, so you leave it. Edit. Okay, here in under view you have full screen, split screen. Okay, the idea is if you click split screen, it will divide your screen into two areas, and you can work on these screens accordingly as per your requirement. But mostly people use single screen on Saver. So this is one part. If you see on top, customized screen layout is also there. If you click, if you want single screen, vertical divide, vertical, horizontal, or divide in quarters, you have four options over here. So it's up to you how you want to use it. Okay, so this part is done. Now if you notice in Saver, if I do entry, I have to do it on the screen. Okay, like 125th December THV Bahrain, December. I will come on this. In immediates, you take availability using an. Okay, I'll come to that. Okay, so see, I have done my entry here, and below it's giving me response. If you select command line, what it will do, it will make one command line over here. It will create one command line on top. So what you have to do, you have to update your entry over this command line instead of doing on the blue screen. DXB Bahrain. Same entry I did, but it was on the command line. But again, system is pushing it below. It's up to you how you want it to be, but mostly people do entries on the blue screen itself. So additional one option it's giving you. Okay, now the one of my favorite is memo area. Okay, this is a kind of notepad for you. If you if you're working on a special booking on, or there are certain requirements, instead of going back to your emails and referring, you can update the details here and just refer and work on your booking. So this memo area, you'll find it over here. Okay. Yes. Mhm. No, memo area is just to refer. Yeah. No, see, for example, your client is saying that I need a special meal or something like that, like his requirements. Keeping that in your mind, you don't want to lose any information, so you can just update on your memo area what are his requirement, and then you can work on your booking. You can keep on referring that, but instead of going back to the emails and checking, you can update your details here, refer it and work on it. Like this is as your notepad. It's not interfering your entries. Yeah. Okay, then long and short display, it's fine. Then connection details, it won't. You won't be requiring this. Okay, then there is one option, save a replay. Okay. Okay, this is. I'll give you example. So, I'm making one booking. Okay. Now I was creating a booking in middle. Anyhow, I got my PNR ignored. Okay. So what it means that whatever I was doing has got ignored. So I have to do it again. Okay. If you go to save a replay, it will give you the list of the entries which you did. Okay. So what you can do, you can select your entries. To select, you have to press Control and select one by one the entries which you want. Okay, if you don't want something in middle, you can just again click it. It will remove the highlight. If I click OK now, it will automatically run the entry for me. So you can use it to re-enter your details and refer also what entries you did previously. Control is mandatory. If it's only one entry, okay, then you can do it. For multiple, you have to press Control. Okay. Okay. Apart from Saber Replay, most of the information you'll find under your helper apps on your right side. Okay, we'll come to that. Okay. Are you able to see this? Clear, no? Okay. So most of this information, if you see PNR services, point and click, saver profile, everything is here. Okay, so we'll cover that. Okay, then under again PF key, saver script, it's also on your right side. So most of the information is on your right side. So we'll check that. Okay. The important thing is this options. If you click options, here you will find different options for saver. Okay, type ahead, accumulated response. Better to leave setting like this. Okay, saver system setting you leave. What you can do, if you click appearance, it will give you option how you want your saber to look. Like background color is blue. If I want black, if I click apply, it's turning to black. But I like blue. Black also I like, but now I addicted to blue. Okay.
Okay, now I forgot this. Before appearance, where did I see
And it's under tools.
Okay.
The last options. Click options, appearance, input text message, how you want your entry to look, yellow, whatever color, and the result will come as white. Okay. Highlighted text color if you want, point and click color, and you can also increase or decrease your font size. Okay, so all functionalities are here. Rest are for settings. I would suggest you to leave it like that. Okay. So tools we are done. Okay, Windows. Under Windows, you'll find these different areas. Saver has 6 areas: A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay. So you can work on each area if you want. Okay. For example, we have usually you have multiple PCC, right? For example, you're working on Dubai as well as for Bahrain also. So you can log into one pseudo city on this area, another pseudo city on this area, and you can work differently. Like you know how the different areas functionality works. You have in Amadeus also, right? So it's the same thing. Like different areas if you want. If you're working on one booking, if you get something urgent, you go to area B. You start working there. So this is how it works.
So now each time you sign into these areas,
see, it depends on you. What I'm saying, when you sign in, automatically you get these 6 areas. It's up to you how you want to use it. If you want to use this for another PCC, you have to do we call it sub AAA access. You'll do AAA and that PCC, you'll get into that PCC, and then you start working on that. Still, it's yeah, you'll come to know that, because what happens, each agency, you know, they have their own working style. They work in different pattern. So definitely CWT is exceptional. You can say it's exception. So they also work in different style. So once you start, you'll come to know how to go about.
and if you want to go full screen again, you go to view and do full screen.
Click full screen. Okay, so window is just your area information. Help again doesn't come, and this is contact us. So this part is done. Okay.
Contact us is like the contact save, right?
Yeah.
So do they save as well?
I don't think so. Because we are here, so they are expecting us to.
So this is like
Yeah, this is for head office. Yeah. Okay, under favorites, here you'll find the favorites and recent history. Okay, if you want to add anything apart from all this information which you have on Sabre, you want it to come under your favorites, any of these application, you can select You can apply, click OK. Now if I click here, see, historical pricing is coming under my favorites. Recent history is the application which I recently used. It will come under my favorites. Favorites and recent history. Tools, real other that really we use, but these are application relevant to your air segments for rail services and others. Like these are applications which are updated on your saver, so you can use as per your requirement. Okay, agency services. Leave everything. Just concentrate on agency services. Okay, I'll just show you why I'm showing you agency services, because it has good features. It can help you. Okay, when you click agency services, you will get these options: support, training, products, tools, manager. So, for example, you want to know about any certain product, you can click this. It's loading. Okay. On your right side, you will find this scroll bar. If you click, you will find all the products which Sabre has. Okay, hotel, cars, refund, exchanges, everything, PNR, everything you'll find. For example, if I need to know air pricing, okay, I have selected air pricing, airfare. It gives you in-depth information. You can find reference guides as well to refer. Okay, first about, you'll find key benefit, feature and pricing. Our main concern is to get some information or anything with references. Okay.
So discuss on the agency services, and before that I go to
Community. Okay. Now see, I'm getting this much information regarding pricing. Low fare search, low fare, so many things. Okay. No, in Sabre, how many pricing functionalities are there? First, it is giving you the list. For example, I need to know this JR, so I'm just double clicking. There are so many pricing formats, so
this is like a web page.
yeah. You can also get information to refer. Like it will give you a reference guide where it will be containing entries as well and functionality, for what purpose we use this particular pricing entry. It will give you everything. See, when I clicked, it has opened. It's a quick reference. This is one of our pricing option, which is called JR. You see how long this entry is? Yeah, this is bargain finder. So it is explaining you each and everything, that GR is for what will be your city code, everything. Okay. So it is kind of giving you breakdown of everything for your understanding. Yeah. Just to give you example that you can use this agency services for many things. So this is one of the purpose which you can use agency services. You will find lots of products information here. Okay, then one more important thing is here. You see training. If you click training, you will find a personal trainer over here. It's a kind of option from which you can get yourself trained. Okay, first thing is you have to sign up yourself. Okay, if I launch personal trainer, I don't know if my ID is working. Okay, so once you sign in, it will ask you for individual courses. Okay, here it will ask you that what you want to get trained for. Either you can search or you can just type your, but my preference is hotel. So I need to get trained on hotel. So if you see, it's giving you a list. Okay, if I click sell a hotel, if I click this, and if I click restart, it will give me introduction and it will tell me, see, it's a kind of teaching me itself, and it will force you to do the entries. Even if you don't want to, even if you have not learned it, it will force information to get into your subconscious mind. It will pressurize you. It's a good way to learn. Seriously. Now see, it is asking me that what's the hotel. It's not from basic. This is the last chapter. I'm just giving you an idea. Okay, display hotel availability. Located near the airport. Hilton Hotel. HD2 display. HMD. Now I will tell you the next parts. Now here it is explaining me everything, that this is for what and this for what. It's explaining me everything. It's highlighting and explaining. Now it is asking me to do the selling entry. Okay. Now, okay, zero hotel. It's giving me format as well. For example, if I'm doing anything wrong, it's asking me try again. If I again try again. To get help, either roll your mouse over the hint button or select demo topic. So here is my hint. See, hint is here. If I put my cursor over there, it will give me the entry that you have to do. Yeah, this one.
And what does it mean by line number? Line number. Okay.
No. Line number is this.
Okay.
The information. Make the entry to the one best available rate. This is best available rate. So 1 is the line number. Okay. So what I'm doing, 0 hotel, number of room I need 1. Cross, line number is 1. I was putting 8, so it was not accepting.
Okay.
If I put 1 now,
it will be okay.
So this is how it will make you learn quite easily. And this option you will find under agency services.
under personal trainer.
Correct, yeah. So whenever you have time, do refer this because you do lots of hotels and cars, so it will help you to learn fast. Then this is Red App Center, the application which Sabre has are all under here. Again, this basically is for the supervisors because they control the products from the here. So now it's too early, so leave it. Okay, admin again, it's not relevant to us. So this is how this part is. Now the helper apps. Okay, we have here point and click. Okay, it's just like a graphical way to create your booking. Instead of entries, doing the entries cryptic way, you can just update your details here. For example, departure date, I'll put 20 December. Okay, departure city is Dubai. Destination city is Bahrain. And airline is Gulf Air. If I click direct access and click go,
What do you mean by direct access?
means direct availability from the airline.
Yeah.
It's not direct flight. The access, the information which you are getting, the inventory is coming directly from the airline. What happens? Airlines send inventory to GDS. GDS keep it in their database. Then it gives to the agent. So there is a time gap. For example, if Oscar class is showing here 7 seats, there are fair enough chances that it might be 6 seats. But by the time we got the information, it was, you can say, it was not a real-time information. If you use this, you'll get the real-time information. Whatever is on the airline system, you'll get the same information. So this we call direct access.
And let's see why flights will be shown down.
It will show. I'll come to that. Let me just finish this. Okay. So same way you can do hotels and car as well. If you want to use point and click.
So that is without doing entry or doing entry.
Yeah. Okay. Now after this we have time. They find it quite time consuming, so they rather do entries. Once you get used to it, you won't even look at these things. Okay, Sabre profile. Okay, Sabre has this option known as profiles. As name, explain itself. There are some passengers who are frequent flyers. Okay, so you can create their profile with you, and you can move their information once their requirement comes. Okay, for example, I have a particular passenger who frequently fly. So he's having frequent flyer number. He has some preference of seatings or special meals. So I know that information. So what I'll do, I'll just create one profile for him. So that once he's coming to me, I'll just enter his name, book the seat, and click the profile. It will take all the information. So there are different level of profiles. Likewise, you can create profile for everybody. We have traveler, agency profile, like your company's profile with all the information. You can update that, and corporate. Family group other operational, don't use that much. Corporate, agency, and traveler mainly we use. I'm just giving you I'm not giving you intense information, just like just a know-how that you know what profile is. So this is how it works. For example, you have a corporate client. Okay, you will create your corporate client profile. Whenever that particular company's employees comes for ticketing, you just make his booking and update the corporate profile to that PNR, so that you know you will be knowing that this passenger is for this corporate, and you can link the profiles also. For example, you have Shell company, Shell as your corporate, okay, and the traveler is Mr. Smith. He's frequent flyer, plus he works for Shell, who is your corporate client. So you can create a booking. Instead of updating all the information manually, you already have in your profile. So you link this profile with your corporate profile and your agency profile. See how many information it's gathering, and just one click, all the information will go to the PNR. So this is quite helpful thing. You'll come to know once you get into the booking, then it will be quite clear to you. But the main thing is you can create profiles for certain corporates, for travelers, and for your own agency, and you can move the data without no need to do all the entries. You can just simply move the data as per your requirement. Okay, then again PNR services. This is for the PNR services is basically to update the information on what. I have one booking actually. Okay, for example, I have this booking. Okay, so what I'm doing now, I'm clicking PNR services. You'll get this option here. See, under PNR services, if you have existing PNR, meal assistance, wheelchair, OSI, anything, if you want to update, you can update it through PNR services. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to just select passenger, which passenger you want to select. For the air segment will be here, passenger will be here. If I need both, so I'll select all. If you want to do it separately, then you have to make it highlight. Okay? For example, Khan A requires a meal, like Asian veg meal. I've selected. If I press add, if you see here, it has added it. See, the idea is what you are doing manually, you can do it through these apps instead of doing manually. It's up to you whether you want to use this app or you want to do it manually. Whatever details you enter here, system will do it for you. If you see here, it's also doing the same thing. It's doing the entry which otherwise you're supposed to do. So that's the thing. Assistance, if any kind of assistance is required. Okay, blind passenger, deaf passenger, whatever. You can update and you can click add, it will go, or you have to do entries manually.
under this seat also comes under this.
Sorry?
Seat, if you want to select a seat, it comes under this.
See, we have option, but it's not showing here. Settings we have to do separately because there is a clause that your ticket should be issued to select seats. That's the thing. This is for frequent flyer number if you want to add. So this SSR and OSI messages you can update here under this PNR services. But I don't think so anybody is using. Usually they do entries. They're quite used to. Again, if you see this, you have to select and it takes time. Okay, now encode and decode. If you scroll down encode and decode, you have these many options: airport code, bus companies, car equipment. Basically what it does, for example, I know Emirates airline, but I don't know what is the 2-letter code. If I put Emirates, if I encode, it will tell me that EK is here. If I know 2-letter code of Emirates, but I don't know which airline is this, if I decode, same goes for airport codes, bus companies, car type, vendors, country code, credit card, many things. If you want to encode or decode any information, you can do it through this option. No. Yeah. It is under PNR services. Or you can do one thing. We have an entry which is called DU display is basically a table, information table. SPM if you will put it special meaning, if I press enter, it will give me the list. So this is how you can check. Or under PNR services also. You will get the option.
I've given one to her, but I think the running said it's okay, but when I took it, it doesn't know what to call it. But you can give actually.
Okay, and then we have quick and PF keys. These are the shortcut keys. Okay. What it does, if there are some entries which you frequently do, okay, instead of doing it manually, you can program it over here. It's basically programmable keys. When you click these, it will update all the information. For example, while creating a booking, I need to update ticketing field, I need to update phone field, I need to update what else? That is ticketing field, yeah. Ticket field, phone field, my email, or you name it, many things. Yeah, airline will give. For example, now.
This is change here.
Yes. Now I have got one availability. I'm selling one seat.
That is line number, is it? No, number of seats. No, say now you are trying to. Okay, one seat, Yankee.
Yeah, very good.
7.
Line number 7, correct.
And the only reason you
That also you can do.
Yeah.
Okay, now see. I've sold the seat. I've entered the passenger name. I have a programmable key over here. If I click booking, see, it's doing everything. What it has done, it has taken ticketing field, my email, phone field, and it has received, and I got the Locator as well, yeah. You'll be having this set. It's not necessary that you might be having that by your name.
But what we did earlier, the profile is also similar, no?
No. See, that is something else. It's having intense information. For example, frequent flyer number. A passenger, for example, you are my passenger. You travel frequently. I know what is your frequent flyer number. Okay. I know which company you work for. Like I have all your information. You have given me all the information. So instead of doing that every time when you come to me, I'll create one profile for you with all your information. So that whenever you come, I'll sell your seat and then move the information to the PNR. Profile is that. Here, here, if you see how much information I have, if you see this entry, you can see profile has intense information. This information is just to create your booking. Yeah. This is just to create your booking. These are mandatory fields which I have to use anyway. So instead of typing, I can just click and it will take. This is the logic for programmable keys, PF keys. Any doubt? Okay. Then under this we have quick keys. These are basically scripts. For example, if I click, this is for passport details. So you can update your passport and click OK. It will update all the passport details over there. Okay, so we have different scripts. Like eKlimo we have, passport details we have. There is a list of scripts here. One pop-up box will come in front of you and you can update the details. So enhanced itinerary, sales report, many things we have. But you have some special scripts, so yeah, which I don't have. So when you use, they will show you how it works. Yes. Okay, so that's about it. The widgets which we have, their use and how you can use this. Okay, now we'll start. Any question? Sure. Okay. No doubts. Okay. You need break or you're okay? Okay, now we'll start basic. What are these numbers, right? Okay. Basically you're from where? India where? Sure. So I'll tell you. You speak Tamil or Sinhalese? Sinhalese. I'm from Pakistan. Okay, so you speak Sinhalese. I speak Urdu. We have different languages, right? Likewise, GDS also have their language. You do availability on MDS AM, right? So you can say it starts with alphabet, correct? Now here in Sabre, the command starts with number. So number is Sabre language, and alphabet is Amadeus language. Likewise here, for example, Whenever your entry starts with 0, system will assume that you want some particular information. Okay, but whenever you put 0, system will assume that you need that particular thing which is command as 0 on saver. For example, on saver 0 is cell, 1 is availability, 2 airline. This is only for airline use. The airlines who are using saver as their system, only they use this.
So here it's not
No,
required.
for us it's not applicable. 3 is SSR, 4 is airline facts, means airline messages. If you want to view, it has to be through number 4.
I didn't get that.
See, for example, a time limit is coming from the airline.
Yeah.
You want to check, so you have to use command number 4.
So each time you open here now.
No, it's not necessary. It will show you on the face of the piano. But still, if you want to view more information, or only if you want to view airline messages only, specifically, that time you'll use this. 5 is to enter remarks, 6 is to receive, 7 is ticket fill. Yes. 8 again, it's used by the airline, not by us. And 9 is phone. So whenever your entry starts with number 9, system will assume you want to enter phone details. If you enter something else, you'll get error.
So basically
Yeah. Yeah, what I'm trying to say is any entry starts with any of these number, system will assume that you want that particular thing. If you update some other information, for example, if I do availability entry, instead of putting number 1, if I put 0, you'll get error, because airline system understands you want to sell. Okay, but the details which you are entering is to check availability, so you will get error, there will be a clash. So whatever number you start with this particular information, system will assume that you want this particular information. Yes, it goes like this. Sure.
What's the real watching together in the evening? Feel like it's very now
हमारा ट्रेनिंग
मुझे अवश्य बताया
रूबी हिट तो नहीं होंगे ना ये नहीं आ रहे
Shova, अच्छा बहुत people ते जो स्टूडियो बोला बंद का ये ते सीलिंग वेन मोशन कवर शुरू पेन जगह बताने कुछ भी
Another last question. Thank you for
जो स्टूडियो बोला
I haven't seen the
हाँ हाँ अच्छा सही अच्छा अच्छा
take the separately. Separately. One. I think they are receiving those being in their image, right? IP, something, and they are forwarding both from the system and might be in some way
Mark the
we
call,
can
I
take
got cut.
they can take it.